You know that last video I made, which was the addendum to how domestic violence is done with the military? Well, these are the addendum to that one. So this is the addendum to the addendum. Um, no, I very much worry that words get put into my mouth sometimes when I make these videos. And towards the end, I said that there was a word which I don't remember saying, that this is all that has gone on here, or something similar to that, where it was like excusing that there might not be some other kind of corrupt conduct going on or some other fuckery. Like you can't put anything past these guys. They're too creative for their own good. Um, there's the famous example recently where Israel sent to put explosives in the pages of all the people who were, in the Hezbollah guys, and explode all their wallets. And these people, they look at that stuff and they think they're as good as them, and they're not, right? The capability gap between Australia's people and countries such as Israel is massive. I've I know the people who do that work here, and they are not very they're not as bright as that, right? But I have no doubt in their minds that they have fantasies about being as bright as that. So I would put nothing past these people in how much they're gonna fuck with me, right? For whatever bizarre bullshit reason. Like, um, they're too creative for their own good, and I have no idea what's going on. I regret having any contact with them at all. If I My advice to anyone who comes to Canberra is that if you ever come across Department of Defence, you give it a bit of a berth. Department of Defence in general isn't too bad. What is dodgy is anything with cybersecurity in the name. Um, so cybersecurity, ASD, military, uniformed military, give it a bit of a berth. Um, my life would be so much easier and simpler if I had never touched those communities. You don't want to be friends with these people, right? It's like being friends with a gangster or something. Um, like you don't want to be pulled into their world, and you definitely don't want to be an out group in their world. Um, like that's the biggest issue I have, is that I'm one of them, but I'm not one of them. So it it makes me an easy target to be fucked with. So yeah, no, video over. Just know that anything I say on my YouTube channel, I don't trust it because I don't know if it could be edited. Who knows? Um, and it's not paranoia. Like, I've listened to videos and realized afterwards, like, I don't think I said that, right? Like that's an extra minute longer. Like that's exactly the length it would be if they wanted to, if to have something in a soundbite for a short or something. Um, but then again, right, when you're around these communities, that's kind of the thoughts that come into your head. It's not a healthy community psychologically to be associated with. So I at one point I dated a cryptographer, and her ex-boyfriend was also a cryptographer. She wasn't just doing the cryptography. She was like a jack of all trades and signals. And what happened is that he had a very high security clearance, and because when you have a high security clearance, there's this constant monitoring. It's kind of like in that famous Foucault thing, the prison. There's like a prison. There's one prison guard in the middle of the tower, and he's got like a light that shines up and down. Um, and he's constantly looking around, right? And there's not too many prison guards in here, but the idea is that they want everyone to think that they're constantly watching them. So they've got this tower in the middle of the prison, and they make a point to know that people know that they're watching them by shining a light into individual cells. Um, and it's kind of the sort of the same thing when you have a security clearance. and they try and make people a bit paranoid about it. And this guy, he went, he snapped, right? He completely snapped, and now now he works on a farm in Norway, to my understanding, and power to him. Um, but my point is that it's a very there's a lot of different psychological stresses which happen to a person when they're in this environment. In addition to the general fuckery which goes on in it, right? These people aren't great people, right? Many of them are not great people, and like I'm sure like I would have a different experience if I went to their offices and saw them in a more regulated environment. Um, but the conduct I've been at the receiving end has been fucking heinous. And yeah, no, it's been terrible. I've disintegrated. I fucking hate these people.